Today's objectives are: describe the function of the skeletal system, identify the parts of the skeletal system and their functions. What would you look like without your skeleton? Well, you would have a very different shape. Your vital organs would be unprotected, and you would move in a different way. Your skeleton serves as your body's structure. It gives your body shape and stability. Structure is what gives you the ability to stand or be in any other position. Just like a building structure is what enables it to stand. Different bones have different primary functions. The most important function of your ribs and skull are to protect your heart, lungs, and brain, some very essential organs. Cranium, also known as the skull. The cranium is made of 27 bones, most with fixed joints. The primary purpose of the cranium is to protect the brain. Jawbone. The mandible is the lower jaw, moving up and down, and left and right. The maxilla is the upper jaw. It is part of the cranium and does not move. Ribs and sternum. The ribs wrap around to protect the chest, including the heart and lungs. The sternum is the breastbone, where the ribs are connected in front. Spine, also known as the backbone. The spine consists of 26 bones or vertebrae, which are separated from each other by cartilage. The vertebrae or cartilage arrangement makes the spine very flexible. Lower arm bone. Two bones make up the lower arm. The radius is along the thumb side and the ulna is along the pinky side. These bones are interesting because when the wrists twists, they can cross over each other. The radius is the smaller, shorter, long bone in the lower arm, between the elbow and the thumb side of the wrist. The ulna is the larger, longer long bone in the lower arm on the side of the pinky finger. Upper arm bone. The upper arm bone is called the humerus. The humerus is the long bone in the upper arm connecting the shoulder and the elbow. Hand bone. Each hand consists of 27 bones. The carpus, carpal bones, is a cluster of 8 bones making up the wrists. The bones in the palm are called metacarpals. The bones in the fingers are phalanges, and the bone in the wrists are carpals. Hip bone, also known as the pelvis. Your hip bone helps you stand upright and move because it supports the body's weight. It is critical to the body structure. It also protects the intestines. The pelvis rests between the abdomen and the thighs, and it bears the weight of the upper body. The femur, or thigh bone, is important for body structure, and it is the longest bone in the body. Think about a building, such as the Eiffel Tower in Paris, France. The thickest parts of its structure are at the bottom, because the entire weight of the tower rests on the bottom supports. In terms of structure, the leg bone's bottom support are the most important bones in our body. Patella or kneecap is a flat triangular bone found at the front of the knee joint. It protects and covers the joints of the knee. Lower leg bone. The tibia and fibula make up a lower leg. The tibia is in front and supports the body's weight, which is why it is larger than the fibula. The fibula is in the back and controls ankle movement. Foot bone. Each foot bone has 26 bones. The tarsus or the tarsal bones is a cluster of 7 bones making up the ankle, heel, and arc of the foot. The bones in the ankle are called tarsals. The bones in the foot are metatarsals. And the bones in the toes are phalanges, some named as the bones in the fingers. Now let's review our upper limbs. We have the humerus. Please touch your humerus, kids. Next is your radius. Next, your ulna, your carpals, your metacarpals, and your phalanges. Good job. And let's go to your lower limb. Kindly touch your femur. How about your patella? Your tibia, your fibula. Bend down, touch your tarsals, your metatarsals, and your phalanges. Now, what is the longest bone in the human body? You're correct. The longest bone in the human body is the thigh bone or the femur. The smallest bone in the human body is in the middle ear. Good job, kids. That's the end of our lesson for today.